I got this feeling inside my brains. It goes electric wavy when I make them A's. All through 4th grade, all through my school, we're flying up, no ceiling when we're in our zone. I've got that sunshine in my pocket, looking forward to a good day. I feel I can do everything when I try. I can't stop myself from learning, moving up academically. We'll unlock the way we rock it, so don't stop.
Hello everyone. Sorry, excuse me. I hope you're having an amazing day today, because today we're going to be doing part 2 of perimeters, area and perimeter, okay? So in our last video we learned that perimeter is the outside of a figure, and what I said in one of the examples was you can just add it, okay? But today we're going to be learning about the actual formula that you need for perimeter, okay? So there's a formula or the recipe that you need for perimeter for a rectangle and a square, okay? And you need to follow them exactly, because what happens when you bake a cake and it's not exactly the way it's supposed to be? You didn't do it right, okay? It's not gonna be good. So that's perimeter. And area, when we learned last time, was area was the inside of the figure. It could be the rectangle or a square. And we're going to be learning about the formula, which I kind of told you last video, was to just multiply the sides. You just need one length and one width, bam, multiply, okay? But we're going to be learning more about the formulas today for both perimeter and area, okay? So let's get started. So our objectives for today are: I will know how to identify the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle. I will understand how to find the area of a rectangle. I will be able to share in a group discussion how to use models to determine the formula for the perimeter of a square, okay? So we're going to be learning about all these things that, like I said. So the first thing that's very important is what a formula is. And like I said, it's the recipe that they give you for figuring out area or perimeter, okay? So these are the steps you have to do, and if you don't do them correctly for the correct figure, then you're gonna get it wrong, okay? So perimeter, again, think of it like the outside of the fence or the edge of a figure. That's gonna be what the perimeter is. And how do you find that for a square? Well, the formula is P equals 4 times S, okay? P equals 4 times S. P represents perimeter, okay? And 4S represents you multiply the 4 sides. So what does that mean? That means perimeter equals 4 times the sides. Okay? That's what that means for a square. Now remember, a square, all the sides are the same, so you can just add up everything and you'll still get the same answer. Or you can just multiply one of the sides times 4, because all the sides are the same in a square. Okay, remember that. All the sides are the same. Let's look at a rectangle. A rectangle, the perimeter formula is P equals length plus width plus length plus width, okay? So what does that mean? Well, for a, not that color. Okay, for a rectangle, all you're gonna do is just add up length plus width plus width. Now, if that's too boring, an interesting one is you multiply 2 times length plus 2 times width, because since there's already 2 L's, you just need one, you multiply, you get those 2 signs. Since there's 2 W's, you grab one, you multiply it by 2, and you get 2 signs. And then at the end, you add up everything, and there you go. That's your perimeter for a rectangle. Let's go ahead and look at area. Oh, went too fast. So remember, area is like the inside of the carpet, okay? Inside of the carpet. So the formula for a square is you just multiply sides times sides, okay? So remember, a square, everything is the same. So if this is 4, then you don't even need the other sides because it's just 4 times 4, because all sides are the same on a square, okay? Now, if we had a rectangle, then the formula is length times width. Let's say the length, oh, that doesn't make sense. That is 5. Let's say the length is 4 and the width is 2. For the formula for rectangle is just multiply length times width. So 4 times 2, okay? And then you get the area of inside. Alright, so just remember that length is horizontally, okay? That's this side, and width is the vertical part on paper, okay? It doesn't mean literally up and down, okay? But that's what width is right here, see? And then S represents side, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and look at some definitions. So the definition of the area is the measurement of space or square units inside an object, okay? The formulas are, for a square is side times side, or S times S, and a rectangle is length times width. That's it. And the units that we always use is square inches, square yards, square feet, square meters, and square centimeters. These are the most common ones that we use, okay? That's what we use for area. So starting today, every time we do area and perimeter, we have to add the unit of measurement, okay? We can't just put you can't just put the number. You have to add the unit of measurement, okay? So you can't just put, oh, the answer is 22. No, 22 what? You have to add the unit of measurement, okay? And then let's go ahead and look at perimeter. The definition of perimeter is the measurement around the outside of the object or the edge, okay? And the formulas are, for a square, it's P equals 4 times S. Remember, you just grab one of the sides and you multiply that by 4. For a rectangle, it's perimeter equals length plus width plus length plus width, okay? Or a much faster way is grab one of the lengths times 2. Grab one of the widths times 2. Add both of them, you're done, okay? And so instead of dealing with 4 numbers, you only deal with 2. And the most common unit of measurement that we use is inches, yards, meter, centimeters, stuff like that, okay? And starting today, every time we do a problem with area and perimeter, you have to add the unit of measurement in it, okay? It's very important. Now, when we're dealing with area and perimeters and problems or in anything, here are some questions you have to ask yourself, okay? These are the questions you ask yourself in order. What is the figure? Am I looking at a rectangle or am I looking at a square? Once you know that, go on to the next question. Are we looking for area or perimeter? Okay, which one are we looking at? Once you know which one you're looking for, now you can ask yourself the next question. What's the formula? And if it's for area, look for area for the correct figure. If it's for perimeter, look for perimeter and the correct figure, okay? And here's just an example, okay? Area is the inside, perimeter is the edges, okay? Make sure you draw that example so that way you don't forget and you don't get them confused because they're very important. Now in class, we're gonna do some practice, but here is your exit ticket for today. Lola is putting a border on the quilt she is making. So she's making some kind of blanket, okay? The quilt, which is the blanket, is shaped like a rectangle. Most blankets aren't. The width of the quilt is 48 inches and the length is twice the width, okay? Twice. So 2 of these equals the length, okay? How much border borders the edges? How much border does Lola need, okay? First, you need to figure out what are the sides, what are the measurements, okay? We know the width is 48, okay? We know the length is going to be 2 of these. So 2 of these is the length, okay? That's a rectangle. How much border is the edges, so how much of the edge or the perimeter does Lola need, okay? Go ahead and put this in your journal, and I'll see you next time for our next lesson, because we're done with this cheek, okay? We're moving on to area and perimeters in word problems, okay? Kind of like this. Alright, so I'll see you next time. Bye!